Oh, I think we're live. It worked. Can we double check?
I still can't see anything on LinkedIn itself.
We are live.
Yeah. Oh, so it says we are live. I will switch back to countdown and then we'll switch back.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
All right. We are finally live.
Yes, finally.
Finally.
Hey,
welcome everyone after some technical issues from my side. I thought macOS devices don't ever have a problem.
You see, I told you he was working on a Mac. I told you.
Yeah.
Exactly what Yuri said. Yeah.
There's about a 20-second delay between us and the restream and LinkedIn.
Wow. Okay. All right. Let me quickly verify. Yeah, we are really live.
We are
really live.
Okay, perfect. It works. Nice. Yeah. Well, welcome everyone to the second Intune Roundtable with two fantastic guests, Somesh and Oktay. Somesh, I will let you introduce yourself. I'm not that good in that, so just go ahead.
I was assuming you would be doing the intro and outro. So thank you for having me on this roundtable. So I think everybody knows us and knows me. So I'm Somesh, based out in Netherlands and working mostly on Apple devices. That's what I love. Right now testing PSSO with Intune. It's not working, but we are live again. So that's working. So yeah, from last 4 years in that program. That's me.
So I guess I'm next then.
Yes,
right?
you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey all, my name is Oktay Sari. I work as a freelance modern workplace consultant, and for the past couple of years, I kind of shift my focus to macOS and Apple ecosystems in general. So that's what I love, and that's what I love talking about.
Perfect. Well, we are very happy to have you guys here on board for today's roundtable. Yuri, we have a question for you.
I know.
He's already answering.
I'm just answering.
Let me blend that in as well. So yeah, deep house and techno, and I can vote for him. Like his music, his setup is great. His music taste is really good. So
I agree. He does a good job, actually.
Thank you, sir.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do also do some drum and bass and dubstep. Yep, but mainly I do deep house and techno.
Awesome. So, all right, then let's go ahead and start. So you have some echo, right?
No, that was a dog.
That was Maxime's dog. That was Shevke.
All right. Okay. Well, let's see. So let's start with Yuri, you maybe. Anything, or you guys, anything that has been a highlight in the last couple of weeks regarding Intune, and any new features, any new releases out there?
Yeah, 25H2 is maybe a topic to start up.
Windows 10 is dead.
Windows 10 is dead for sure.
Oh yes, and ask Maxime. He recently had a nice project for a nice customer.
Well, let us say the customer doesn't think Windows 10 is dead yet.
Yeah.
Well,
let's keep it at
yeah. If you're paying for it not to be dead, it's not dead.
Oh, yes. Not gonna comment.
Yes,
And
long
don't
live
forget
Windows
that
11.
There's also like a new remote control for the macOS, remote help, which supports macOS 26 as of now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, some updates from Enterprise App Catalog for Microsoft. I don't know who is using that, but now you can do some custom scripts for install and uninstall commands instead of the default ones.
Pre and
So-
post scripts. Hasn't Mac OS and Intune had that for?
Yeah, that has been there.
Sometime.
Yeah, quite some time.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
The pre and the post scripts.
so for the very minority of people that use EAM, it's a nice thing. It indeed was. If you had a workshop with customers, that's one of the main things that came up. Why is there no PowerShell support for that? So there it is. You can go ahead and buy your licenses now. Use this referral link. So yeah, I mean that's nice. Yeah.
I didn't
So-
know we got referral links.
Are you saying that you're going to share the referral links, or
There
All right.
are no referral links.
Don't break NDA.
no?
There's no NDA, guys. Don't stop the rumors right now. People will believe that, right? So like, yeah, you mentioned the release of 25 H2, and also I saw a post yesterday about the settings catalog that there are a lot of new settings available. Any one of you guys had a look into that?
Yep. Very briefly though, the one that I find really interesting is the that you can remove the store apps now with the settings catalog policy, which is a very good thing. Yeah, Windows backup, but I think we discussed that feature last Intune Roundtable. So that definitely the removal of the store packages is nice, and I think it's especially beneficial because we needed to do it with like some sort of script or a remediation script, and we all know remediation scripts are not working on Business Premium, so it's a good thing. And if you look into the list, that's something that caught my eye. I don't know if it's true or not, but like 80 to 85% of all the policy settings are Windows Insiders only. So I don't know. I need to test it out.
Yeah,
But-
there's a bit of a discrepancy between the docs and what is actually valid at the minute.
Yeah,
There's a
probably.
lot of settings that are still showing as Windows Insider that aren't, and they are actually valid for 25H2 or possibly lower. But certainly the settings that went in for 25H2, there was a couple that came in from the GPO based security baseline that have been added, which is nice. But there's actually kind of behind the scenes, and something that's not published on this page. There's a bunch of other policies that have been in CSP for a long time that have all started to just magically appear in settings catalog, which is great news. The one that stands out for me is anybody who's tried to set the shared PC mode in settings catalog. There is now shared PC mode with OneDrive, which was in CSP, but has not been. Yeah, you had to custom OMA doing that one, but now you don't have to. Rejoice! It's just in settings catalog. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's appeared in there, which is good.
Is this
Yeah,
like
definitely.
I just saw the LOOBE updates. It's still Windows Insiders only, or I was like,
No, it's gone from if you check the setting itself, it does not say it anymore. But I recently also wrote a blog, I think 2 or 3 blogs ago, about some settings. I don't know which blog it was anymore, but it also said Windows Insiders only, and it worked basically. So like James just said, there's a delay on the updating of the Microsoft Docs because it just works, and the updates from the out of the box experience, they removed it and then they put it back again, I guess. But it just works. That one I tested, or I deployed it, and it works like pretty fine. Windows backup works super. I still need to test the other ones, but I have a call with our good friend Maxime in a couple of days to check some settings out.
Yes, we do.
That is a very good point. You've just brought up on the screen there, Hugo. Yeah, the removal of the inbox apps is enterprise only.
Yeah, correct.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
Disappointing. The way that I've been doing it for some time is just adding the apps as apps, Microsoft Store apps in the app section, and just setting them as uninstall, which it works. So yeah, people with Business Premium continue to do that.
All right.
I guess a lot of people use that same trick to uninstall the applications actually, because there's not like a really better way to do it.
Most people use debloat scripts, and the amount that I've seen that have caused issues.
yes.
Yeah. Have
There
a personal
are
vendetta
some
against them.
good ones flying around on GitHub. I used a couple. Can't recall out of my head which ones, but there are some good ones there. But it's hard to keep up. With everything that our friends of Lenovo and Dell and HP come out with, and Wolf Security.
OEM stuff is a completely different subject. Yeah.
Definitely.
So, like regarding the Microsoft Store apps that can be uninstalled, like I feel like everyone will still need to run these scripts. Basically, what you guys said, there's no other way around it currently. I see a lot of OEM manufacturers still deploying their crappy third-party Defender solutions out there or security solutions, so they have to be removed as well. But yeah, there are a lot of very nice scripts out there. If you have a script in mind, just share it in the chat if you guys want to. A debloat script.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
Andrew
Taylor.
I mostly use Andrew Taylor script. Yeah.
Yes, I think everyone is
one
still
of
at
the
that point.
Yeah.
I think it's always better to there's Andrews is an example. Pull out what you need. Like if you absolutely have to run something, pull out exactly what you need to get the outcome that you're trying to do, rather than just running the entire thing without checking the code. Because yeeting to prod, never a good idea.
No.
All right, I'm just checking and scrolling around the What's New page from Microsoft. I see one new update for remote help for macOS.
Yeah.
Oktay and Somesh. Did you have any experience with the remote help app?
Yeah.
Not with the one for macOS 26, but go ahead, Somesh. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, well, macOS 26 was specifically released for the new version because some settings has been changed from security side from Apple. So the earlier version of remote help was not compatible with the new OS 26, specifically with the new 0.1 coming up. So the new version has been released, tested it, it works fine. The only thing is it does not auto launch the remote help. So you need to pass on the URLs to the end user with the code. And then it works. So if you have, if you upgraded to macOS 26 or 26.1, and if we are using the old version of remote help, then it will not work. It's not compatible. So there are like still two versions of remote help going on. One is prior to 26 and one is for 26 and above.
All right.
Yeah.
But the update is being handled by the Microsoft Auto Update, right?
Yeah, so MAU has been in news from quite a long time. Earlier it was Defender. I believe, Uga, you also had the same issue with Defender update. It was required to block the temper protection. And then recently, we have seen people complaining about Edge not updating, then OneDrive not updating, then PowerPoint not updating, and now so interestingly for me, it was working always. But there are a few things which for MAU that you should be aware. For example, always try to go with settings catalog. Don't go with custom configuration profile that we used for earlier days when MAU was new. So settings catalog and try to be on the current channel, not on preview or beta. Then it works fine. And Yeah, I have a tool also for MAU logs now, which makes it easy to read the logs, what went wrong and what not went right correctly in this thing.
Yep.
But MAU is the only source for keeping your Microsoft Office update applications updated on macOS devices.
It works. You can configure it using the settings catalog for macOS
Yeah.
devices, right? So
Yeah.
it's easy to configure as well.
Is there, like, I was just thinking about, is there a force update method you can do? I know you can defer updates.
Yeah. So the main problem that I've seen arises like so when there are two options in MAU. Like first is like you push the updates forcefully. So we have seen like when, for example, you are using Teams, you're in a meeting and you are forcing updates. So Team will crash and install the update automatically, irrespective if you're in a Teams call, sharing screen or not. So the recommended approach is like install the update, but not so download the update, but not forcefully install it. So the application will wait for the so it close and will detect that update is there for me. Once you close the application, then it will install the update and restart on its own. But it will wait for it to gracefully close it.
That's something that's missing on Windows as well. Informing a user that there's an update if you're pushing an update to an app. Like you don't want it just to hard close or fail and then just report back a failure. So hopefully we'll see some improvements in that area.
Yeah. And I have also seen like mostly we configure the CDNs for MAU. I believe that's not required. Let Microsoft handle the CDNs for you in MAU, so it will not impact the updates also. For example, Defender and Edge.
That's interesting. I see a lot of comments. Anything you guys see there and want to answer?
Yeah, I'm just looking into them.
Me as well.
I'm going through them as well.
Yeah, Defender, that we all know there was an issue.
While people are looking, I was going to maybe ask Somesh, like, how, because I'm not close to the Apple side of things, how is macOS 26, the Intune management aspect of it? Has it brought some challenges?
Except PSSO, I think, which is in the huge demand now because Oktay has released it. It resembles Oktay name. I think Oktay has a partnership with them, but Okta and Jamf they have released it, the PSSO thing for macOS 26. Microsoft is working on it. Apart from this, I don't see any issues. We are using it in production, many companies, across different customers. It's working well, and we have 0-day support also. For example, for Safari, for passcode, and everything. So Safari now is a managed browser. If you configure correctly, like you can manage extensions, you can manage your home screen and everything. So it gives more power with macOS 26 for both iOS and like Apple 26 for both iOS and macOS. So I don't see any challenges here. We all are eagerly waiting for PSSO to come in and set up a system stage.
Yeah, we did a couple of pilots with smaller batches of users and devices. No problems there. And then later on, we just switched the updates for all the users and devices, and it just works. And I haven't seen any issues. There was something about battery performance while the device was in sleep mode. I think that was a minor issue with 26 when it first came out. Seems to be fixed with 2601. Other than that, I haven't seen any like real big issues. No.
Okay. Just a question for you guys. We are just about to enroll also Max in our own environment, and I did some testing with not 26, and that works super fine, works super fast. PSSO pop up to register comes instantly. And a colleague of mine had a 26, and he just tested it out, and there was some delays about the register pop up and stuff like that. That it took a lot longer than in 15. Experienced that?
Are you skipping the welcome screen?
Yep.
So the as compared to 15, if you are skipping the welcome screen, welcome key, then there is a bit of delay because when the moment when you landed on the desktop on 15, the screen was immediately there, register your device. But on 26, it takes around 30 seconds or so, even if you are skipping the welcome screen to register the pop-up thing here. But it is from the OS itself. It's not controlled by the any application.
Okay, yeah, it took a lot longer than 30 seconds.
Yeah, sometimes it's like it. You have to wait or like give a reboot also. But
Correct.
I think on 26.1, what I have seen is like it's immediate. The moment you land on the desktop after completing the setup session screen, it's immediate there.
Yeah, I was in conversation with him on the fly when he did all that, and he was not. He uses a Mac just not for business, and it was his own device, and he enrolled it,
Yeah.
and I demoed it on a non OS 26 device, and that was way faster. So he called me, and I said, yeah, probably a matter of time, and then
Guys,
he
there's an echo introduced. Like, we need to get rid of the echo.
There was an echo. It's not just me, right?
No.
All right. Test.
It's not me. I have been muted.
Yeah, so let's mute, otherwise we don't speak.
Yeah.
I've been muted on my actual mic.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what happened, but it's a lot better now.
Yeah. Something changed. Maybe we did stop talking. That's why. So there's this question here. Has this been answered yet? Is there even a timeline?
Not officially from Microsoft.
All right. Yeah.
Nope. Nothing from their side at the
But
moment.
what we heard in Switzerland was that it's a top priority for MS also, and they are working on it. So that was the only official statement that we got from MS in Switzerland.
It is a very good question, though, and I think we should just like spam Microsoft with this question to get them move on that feature.
Yeah, that sounds like you won't be successful with reaching them.
You would be blocked.
I just remember Somesh, you and I chatting, and I was like trying it out and to set it up like the whole day, and I failed, and I was like, I can't be that stupid to set it up. Like something is wrong on the Microsoft side of things.
Believe me, I've been trying every day. Like one Mac is continuously being tested on PSS sort of thing. I have half success there. The device registration is completing, and I had once user registration successful, but it's something which is yet to be fixed from MS side in the company portal. Yeah, but yeah, it's we all are, I think, eagerly waiting for it.
Yeah, and sometimes if you keep trying and it still don't work, you're just gonna doubt yourself. So stop doing that.
We can.
Yeah. I just stopped until there's an official announcement for that support, so I think it's fine.
Yeah.
There's this one here. The new users creation have changed during setup assist and have seen a lot of delays. Maybe the new PSSO workflow is interfering here. The new users creation. I think he's referring to the local user creation part. Oh, labs. Okay, yeah.
If he's referring to labs, I'm not sure if he's referring to labs, but
I'm just thinking out loud.
If it's on macOS 26, then yeah, because there are two new keys in macOS 26 with the setup assistant. First is the setup assistant tries to create a user itself during the login screen, which was not well applicable for macOS 15. So that's a change. But yeah, still I would say like wait for this keys to be tested, validated by Microsoft first, officially release, and then validated, because the way now users are created or being handled in setup instance is different.
this one's strange and odd though for me, because I did configure
Me too.
and labs, and it does work.
Yeah.
Although I only tried with Secure Enclave, I have to say.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
PSSO and labs does not work together if there is a password policy that we have seen in macOS 15 also.
Yeah.
So if you have password policy, passcode policy, so password is not in macOS, passcode policy conflicting, then the authentication prompt like the shaking window. But it has been here in labs also. It has been documented that if there's a passcode policy mismatch, then we will have issues in labs also.
Yeah,
The
it will
labs
break.
account.
It will break if you have a
Yeah.
passcode policy. And then there was something. Yeah, will it be possible to use Entra ID accounts to enroll macOS devices? Yes, that's the one who will. Yeah, maybe eventually.
Yeah. I think this is still for the password sync option. It's an Entra ID account only.
I think this is the end goal, right? I
Yeah,
think a
that's
lot of
the end
people are
goal.
waiting for this
Definitely.
one, just
Yeah.
as we do with Windows devices in autopilot. Just use your Entra ID account and enroll with that account. Immediately do PSSO and everything that's behind it, and then there wouldn't actually be like a real reason to have a local account anymore. Obviously, account needs to exist on a device if you want to work offline, but yeah, I think that's the end goal.
Yeah, Sven also said I've now configured the Labs account as a non-PSSO account in the PSSO config. Yeah, definitely. That's the one. That's from Sven. It says LinkedIn user, but that's from Sven.
From Sven, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good tip, though.
But I did it with Labs and PSSO on OS 26, and it works.
I think.
I really need to get myself a Mac.
Yeah,
You
I
were
was,
buying an M5?
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
going to buy an M5. Where is it? Did
It's
you
in
order
the-
it already?
It's in the basket. I still need to pull the trigger.
I was going to say that this all seems very, very complicated. There's a lot of nuance. I know there's a couple of us on the call that have put stuff into the Intune Mac admins site. It feels like maybe there's a couple of updates that might need to happen for 26. I know the OIB, the Mac OS version of the OIB needs an overhaul. There's a bunch of issues in GitHub about things that have stopped working. So yeah, definitely needs some experts to put their brains together and put some stuff together, so it makes all of this stuff easier for people, right?
Yeah, definitely. We have a pretty good baseline for Mac now, so we can put it together.
Yeah.
I think Oktay, you also have a pretty good solid baseline.
You mean like a baseline for the Mac OS devices?
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
security baselines, yeah, it's based on the CIS benchmarks.
Yeah.
There's a development because the CIS benchmarks also need to be updated for 26. So I'm working on that one and hope to release it somewhere in the next weeks. So
Yeah, I think Ugur and myself are planning to do a session on everything regarding macOS 26. We still need to start on that. time is running short.
Dude, there's a lot of things to do, so yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's very
But
hard.
we can incorporate that in one of our sessions. So
Oh yeah, you definitely do. Yeah.
exactly.
All right.
I maybe have a fun not Mac topic.
Do
It's
you?
been-
Yeah, please go ahead.
It's been something I've been, let's say, the last 2 weeks, I've been breaking my head around and trying to find an answer. Don't know if you guys have done a lot with Windows 11 kiosk setup with auto login with the default kiosk user 0.
Oh,
Have
boy.
you
I'm gonna
tried
start from kiosk.
enabling an enterprise Windows on it so you can do remediation scripts and so on? Because officially there is no way except a user base license to activate the Windows 11 Enterprise, but inherently there is no user assigned to that device. I see James nodding his head.
I've not played a lot with kiosks, but I know that the template in Intune is basically broken now.
Yeah, you have to use the custom.
The assigned access CSP
Assigned
and
access.
custom MoMA.
Yes.
The licensing thing, because is it multi-app kiosk that requires enterprise? One of them needs enterprise, and yeah, I think from what I understand, the only way is to actually like jam like a Mac kiosk something on there.
Yeah, but the customer can't buy one because Microsoft needs to allow it specifically. They don't. You as an MSP, we can't sell it. We can only sell like for the VM, for a virtual machine, we can buy a license. But for a hardware device, we can't buy a license. And Microsoft needs to approve it. And even for a big client in Belgium, they are not really. Yes. But there is no user to assign the license to as well.
Yeah.
And okay, you can do auto login with an Enter ID with some PowerShell script on top of it, but it's not really great.
Yeah, I think it's.
I was hoping maybe you guys had some insights. Me as just joining the club.
Wish. No, I think Intune has. It's fair to say that Intune's got a problem with being very user centric. So shared devices and kiosk devices are a problem. Just generally.
I think there's a lot of work that needs to be done there too.
Yeah, but it's
what I do.
I think Microsoft doesn't want to go that way. They want to do it user-based, because we had device license based on Windows 10, but now it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Nope.
I guess you're out of luck, Maxime, on that one.
Probably.
It's probably best to not go into trying to discuss licensing, but yeah, the kind of user-based licensing stuff does fall over in certain scenarios. This is a perfectly good example of one. What if you don't have a user?
So Robin is actually putting on a lot of information over there for kiosk devices, but I think one of the first sentences is like, that's the thing. You need a device-based license.
Yeah, and especially the last sentence, find a partner.
But there's another fun topic. AI and recall. Any opinions, experiences? You guys tested it out?
Oh, not yet.
I think
you did.
Yuri has been playing with it, I know.
Oh, what do you? Well, as the only person that seems to have commented on it in a non-scathing way on the entire internet, I'm interested in what your thoughts are.
Definitely.
Well, it's disabled by default, and I don't have any intentions to enable it. So I don't know.
It worked for me, because that's basically the reason I bought the Copilot Plus PC, for sure, to play around with it. I love it personally in my own environment. It saved me once when I accidentally deleted Azure resources and I didn't take a screenshot. So yeah. But the question is, in an enterprise environment, I think it's not quite there yet. But that's my personal opinion. I would not recommend to enable it for like everybody. But we have now a policy in Intune to disable it. Somebody added me to that group. And it broke everything. And I can't enable it again. I tried everything. I tried updating. I tried adding registry.
You need to push a policy to disable it. It's disabled by default.
Yeah.
Even if an admin turns it on, the user has to go and enable it
Yeah,
themselves.
and enable
There's
it.
no way.
I don't get the setting back in my privacy settings. It's just it broke everything. So with the Intune policy in the settings catalog, it broke everything.
So maybe
And
there's a reason
I
that
can't
it's
enable
disabled
it
by
anymore.
default.
Well, the policy does trigger the feature to be installed. I don't know if you might need to
I did
have a
that.
go at. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Well, I had to. I had a weird issue on my Copilot Plus PC, and it stopped. I couldn't access it anymore. Like, it seemed to be still recording stuff, but every time I opened the app, it just said it couldn't load it right now. So I had to like fully disable the feature and remove it via PowerShell and try again from scratch. And it did kick back in, but
Yeah, I did exactly the same, but for me it was not working.
So this comment by Robin is interesting, and I think that's something that most people are thinking about, like privacy concerns. We talked about Mac stuff, so nobody was having any issues with Apple Intelligence, but anybody has issues with recall. So is this because people don't understand that Apple Intelligence is also a privacy concern to some degree?
yes, but they're not Microsoft, so they don't get a hard time.
All right.
which is true.
Can you, that. Can you pull the Robin's comment up again? If clients are asking you about getting rid of recall, if they have not procured Copilot Plus PCs, doesn't exist. You can't use it on a non-Copilot Plus PC. There's stricter hardware requirements that you need. Even if they did procure Copilot Plus PCs, it's disabled by default. An admin has to go in and specifically enable it, and then the user has to go and enable it from their side. So it's not something that an admin can force on. There is nothing that you need to do to get rid of recall. That type of comment is just that's somebody reading the fluff on the internet and just being completely misled from it. And that it's really, really hard to change false information that is out there on the internet. That is something that Microsoft does have a problem with, because when it was first announced and shown, it had some major problems.
There was like encryption issues and everything, and
there was nothing. And that isn't the case now, but it's a constant uphill struggle for them to actually.
It is. I had a discussion with someone who said, like, a simple thing about recall. He said, like, it's like it's basically a keylogger with a fancy UI. So it was a major privacy concern for them. But yeah,
I was just to say, it's not logging what you type. I mean, it's taking screenshots. But the strongest argument I can have for it is relating to accessibility. I forget stuff all of the time. When I was writing the blog, I did put a link in the chat somewhere. Wrote a whole blog about it. When I was doing that, I didn't use it as much as I would like to, but I was able to go back and reference and find stuff that I'd looked at, and because I could. The way my brain works, I can remember the color of the page and how the page was laid out, and I can natural language ask it questions to find the thing that I was looking at, not knowing what it was, and it brings it back up. So there is a huge accessibility aspect to it. But yeah, to the data privacy issue, it's a non-issue unless you make it one.
There's
gonna get off my high horse now.
There's a comment I'd like to talk about or touch on a little bit. Is from Anthony Fontanes. He says, but NIST, CISA, whatever says, we need to enforce OS defaults. I'm not sure if he's referring to the default settings.
I think AJ is being a little snarky there. hang out on WinAdmins. Yes, a lot of CIS stuff is enforcing OS defaults. It is something that I have regular conversations with CIS about.
Yeah, but I think that the thing is that if you do not enforce settings and leave it on the default setting, if the user has access to these settings, they can change the default setting, right?
But most of them they can't.
Most of them they can't. That's totally
Most of them are admin actions. They would need elevation to
Yeah.
begin with.
Yeah. So if you're not an administrator on your device, you'll be probably good.
Yep, which people shouldn't be.
Exactly.
I mean, just to finish on that one, the OS defaults with 25H2, one of the things that was added into one of the user rights assignment settings was relating to printing. If somebody's got or wants to bring the page up, they can. But there's a setting that is related to printing. There's a user right for the print spooler service. That's been added into the security baseline. I'll actually thank AJ here on stream for helping me find the SID for that account to be able to add it into the user rights. But CIS are enforcing a user rights policy that doesn't have that. So you could actually end up with print failures by doing the same thing, which is enforcing that default. If you weren't enforcing that default, you wouldn't have any problem.
You wouldn't have any
because
problems.
it would be added automatically.
But you should know what you're enforcing, right? I think that's a major thing. Don't go out and enforce every CIS or NIST policy that's out there, because it can break a lot of things on your device. So you should be aware of
But
what
security says so.
Yeah. I think they should read the CIS or NIST benchmarks more like a guideline, and it's not.
Or
so.
Just use my OIB.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Exactly.
Shameless self-plug.
Oh, that's a good one, though.
You deserve it.
So, all right, then I don't know how much time we have left, but I think
12 minutes.
12 minutes. That's crazy. Like how time passes.
Yeah,
right? So,
yeah.
That's crazy. So yeah, let's switch to the next topic for today, which are community tools. James, OIB 25.
25H2 edition.
Yes.
I've beat both Microsoft and CIS to supporting 25H2. Also, OIB has hit 1,000 stars on GitHub. Thank you to everybody. Yes, it's version 3.7. There was a lot of discussion. I did put out a poll that actually, and a lot of people favored bumping the entire version up to 4.0. But 25H2 is just 24H2 with a shinier hat on. There's no real changes. And it didn't seem valuable enough to do a whole version bump. But yep.
Yeah, just to highlight, you have your OIB deployer tool, right?
Yes, deploy.openintunebaseline.com. As a nice, easy way of for anybody that might have it in their environment already, to be able to see the new policies, if there are updates, and easily import them into their environment.
Yeah, I just wanted to share it, but my screens are going crazy currently. Yeah, that's the one, right?
That's the one.
Should we do a deployment live?
If you've got a tenant,
go for it. You did it in 5 minutes, so.
All right, let me try. I'm accepting everything. I trust you.
Yeet to prod.
No, it's my lab. Let's see macOS policies.
I wouldn't do macOS.
All right. Windows only.
macOS needs an update.
You can't, it wouldn't make sense to have a version selector, right? It's always the latest, I guess.
You want to see the latest version, yeah.
All right. So compliance, settings, compliance. update. Why not?
You don't want endpoint security?
No.
More fool you.
Well, come on, let's deploy everything. Why not? And this is the overview, right? That's all the new.
This is everything. It looks like you might have already got some stuff in your lab.
Deployed some, yeah.
Oh yeah, I do. I use your OIB a lot.
Not everything.
Not everything, just the ones that I need. So let me deploy this now. It's very easy and handy. But if you're like,
Please work. Please work.
yeah, I hate live demos. So I asked you twice, right? So should I do it or not? No, just if you release a new update, there's a new version. Does it detect that version?
Yeah, it will. If you, well, it does actually show you on the. So that failed. Those ones failed because the WFB drivers need the license validation for WFB DS. So those failed for a good reason, but everything else went in there.
Okay.
So yeah, if you went to an existing, the existing version, if you hadn't just imported them all, then it would show that there are new versions to any existing policies are in there.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's awesome.
And you saw how easy that was.
Yeah, it's just 4 or 5 clicks and you're ready to go. That's really nice. So, all right. Next thing that I wanted to show is the Intune documentation stuff is now GA. After fixing a lot of bugs.
Oh, that's nice.
Including the feedback from Yuri and a lot of from the community folks out there.
Thank you for that.
No, thank you for the feedback. So let's see if it works. If that works live, sign in with Microsoft.
I just did it a couple of hours ago. Worked fine.
Yeah, it should work, but you know how live demos are.
Yeah, I know.
So, or just for the audience, they know what they're looking at. You just connect it to your tenant, right, with this tool, and then you will run the tool.
So the same thing that I did with the OIB deployer, it's a multi-tenant application in the background. If you trust me, you just click and consent basically. You can also offboard the application immediately after using it. So in my case, because it's my app, I just consented it. Clicking it through will all then fetch all your policies in Intune. You'll see all the policy types here on the left side. Just for the purpose of this demo, I will just select all, click on export, and this one is new to the screen here. You can select between a PDF export and also a Word export. I will also work on a Markdown export for people that want that, and also a JSON export. Like, I don't mind because the backend already has your policies. It always can export in that format that you want, so I can add that as well. Let me select PDF. Let's see if that works. It doesn't work. Yeah. So in my case, because my tenant has too much policies, it is not able to create the PDF right now. It's a known bug. For most tenants, it will still work, but the demo failed. The demo gods failed me.
So is there like a limit on how many policies you can have for this documentation tool to work?
So actually, there are not. I had to work a lot with the backend stuff. People have been reporting bugs, for example. Certain policies were not able to be exported. For example, currently I include all the scripts, and as you know, scripts can include a lot of lines of code. Yeah. So this is by default. If you select all, it will include them, and it makes the export way more complicated. But I'm on it. I'm fixing it. For the 90% of people watching this right now, it will work fluently without problem. But for lab tenants like mine, where I have thousands of policies,
and you just imported like 60 more.
That's cool. It's easy. I've used it.
Is everyone still there? Hello?
Yes, we are.
I don't know what's going on. Something is strange. Well, whatever. Intune documentation is there. Couple of bugs, fixing it. Easy peasy.
Yeah, it's a great tool.
Thank you.
I use it frequently.
Thank you.
Anthony put a link to another community tool in the chat by Always Hype. Who
Yeah, the Intune stack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, CI/CD.
If people are using CI/CD for stuff and looking to kind of push things via dev, test, prod, kind of ring-based approach, then definitely go and check that one out. Haley is amazing, and as is that community tool. All community tools are good. If anybody else has got any others, please feel free to throw them in the
Please
chat
share
too.
them. Yeah, please share them in the
just
chat.
I
also
haven't seen
shared.
this one.
I also just shared because Leo just posted in our WhatsApp channel a Microsoft Tech Community 10 ways Microsoft Intune supports a smooth upgrade to Windows 11. Yep, I have posted that link also into our chat on LinkedIn.
Awesome.
Can be beneficial. Just read it diagonally very fast and make some sense. It's Microsoft, but makes sense.
Hey, tip number 1's mine.
What is it? I didn't look at it.
Leadership
Yeah. Get leadership buy-in with a
buy-in.
clear business case for Windows 11.
Which when I wrote the blog in early 2023 was a valid thing, but now time is up. So just move.
Exactly.
Well, I failed, so that's step 1. I failed.
Mine downloads and installs, and at the reboot it said it failed. But it's on my crappy laptop. On my desktop, it was like
skill issue.
Yeah, I need to reinstall my laptop. That's for sure.
So, Uri, you had like one more tool, right?
Let me switch to the next one.
That's a nice one too.
He started fixing the documentation, I believe.
Come again?
He's already
I think
coding.
you starting fixing the Intune documentation bug.
He's doing it.
Yeah, I was really fixing it in the background, to be honest. Like I was carried away again. I'm sorry. No, I'm just because I kind of promised it yesterday to give a little demo of the Intune Remote app for iPhone and Android as well. Just wanted to give a update on the current state of the development. So basically, it works. It's there, and I also have. I will open the Wave 2 invitations. So if you go to intuneremote.com website, you will see there maybe tomorrow a sign-up page for everyone that wants to participate in the testing phase, in the preview phase. I think I have a bit less than 1,000 signups currently, but I also have promised this like 4 or 5 months ago. So yeah, it's almost there. So the idea behind Intune Remote is basically having a very easy and quick and handy way to get access to key data in your tenant, having an easy way to bulk actions, to have an easy way to see activities in your tenant. And also what's really nice, you get notifications. So let's say James is deploying a new policy to my tenant. I will get a notification immediately because I'm also checking the audit logs from Intune. So to just give you an idea, what it can do currently is on the homepage, you will see a couple of KPIs. You can customize it to your needs. So some things make sense for you, something it doesn't make sense for others. So you will be able to customize it however you want. You will be able to see trend insights. In my tenant, 9 devices haven't had a sync with Intune for the last 7 days. Overall health is very poor on my tenant. I have a lot of old devices and a couple of devices that have never checked in. But I will just scroll through it. A lot of KPI stuff here. Again, a lot of stuff that you would only be able to see in Intune if you click through a lot of pages and portals. And also have a way to get quick actions. You can also customize this one. So you can press on one button and then it will do bulk sync all your devices if you want to. So going back to the top, clicking on devices, you will see all your devices in your environment. You can multi-select those devices, and then you can click on this button. It will then sync all the devices in the tenant, right? So sync completed on all 3 of them. This is, by the way, live, and I will also show you the activity logs in a second. Clicking on one device, you will see the device informations that you also would see in Intune, and also have an easy way to click on the actions to do stuff. All right, my screen is not sharing, right?
Nope, not at the moment.
I
Or
don't know
does it
what's
have to
going
be a managed device to use this tool, or can you run it on any device? Like
So the problem, so I will release the IPA file basically for everyone that signs up. So you will be able to deploy that with Intune to your managed devices. I will look into releasing that app also on the App Store and Android Google Play Store. The problem is the naming of that app currently, so I can't release it as Intune Remote because Intune is kind of a trademark, so I don't want to get any issues there. But yeah, it will be released as an open source. It will be available on GitHub with all the source files, so you can have a look inside it. And because it's also here, same thing as with the Intune documentation part, it's a multi-tenant app. So if you go to the settings, click on tenant configuration, you are able to sign in with Microsoft. You can also sign in with multiple different tenants. And on the homepage, you can select different tenants here. You can basically switch the tenants. So I think that's very nice for MSPs, for example. So going back to the homepage, you can check all the apps in your tenant. Let's see if the local server is still working. It does. This one is now querying all your apps. You can filter by assigned apps, apply filter. Oh, I don't have an Android app.
Just a quick question. This adheres to RBAC, right? So if you've not got rights to things, it will not show you stuff.
Exactly. So yeah, the idea is also to have kind of easy way for certain people with certain roles in your company. You will be able to set an RBAC on top of that, and also use the RBAC from Intune itself. You like it's all Graph API. You can just plug in the custom roles there as well.
Cool.
Let's see.
Nice.
Any app that I've assigned to.
Also work with scope tags, I guess so.
So scope tags is still, so I have added tags in the sense of that you will be able to filter down all the devices in your environment based on the tags. So if you have a tag for marketing, you will be able to tag it as well. I don't have the scope tags from Intune, and also I don't have the scope groups right now because it's a lot complicated to have that as well implemented in the app, and I don't want to further delay the release of the application, to be honest. So I will get it out there as fast as possible. But currently, it will then also show the application. It will also show the assignments very easily. The ultimate part, the goal here is basically to not have a Intune for mobile, like for your smartphone. That's not the goal. The goal is to have a very quick and easy way to do stuff, right? So maybe I will also add a section called plugins or add-ons, and also connect to, let's say, Intune documentation or Intune Brew or Intune monitoring, right? So to give you more options to do stuff. If you go into the apps page, you have a macOS application or tenant that needs an update, you should be able to just click on it and click on update. It will then give you and upload the app from Intune Brew automatically into your tenant. So that's basically the vision. It's still on the roadmap. It's very complicated to do that. Reports is very easy. It's still in the works. Obviously, like my lab tenant isn't so great as an example, to be honest, but you will be able to export certain reports. Like, let's say you have device sync status over all your devices. You will be able to save it to your files on your phone, or just send it via mail, WhatsApp, whatever, or Teams. nobody cares, right? That's really what you can do.
So seeing this, or I guess like from a security perspective, I would love to see that the tool also support app protection policies, right?
Yeah,
Because you
it
don't
will.
want all the data be able to copy it to managed applications, etc.
Yes, it definitely will support MAM policies, so you will be able to block certain actions. I just have to integrate the SDK from Microsoft. So the basic idea for version 1 was for me to have a very easy and fast way to get notified on changes in Intune, because there is no native notification system in Intune, sadly. We have to work around with logic apps, runbooks, Azure Functions, and so on and so forth. But still, I wanted to have a way to get a notification on my smartphone screen. So this is the activity log, basically copied from the, I will have to reshare again. Sorry, guys. Yeah, that's basically your audit log from Intune. It's getting parsed by the person that initiated certain actions. We will also see actions like policies have been removed, etc. It gives you every detail that is important for that action at that moment. And you can also configure your notifications. So enabling notifications, you can be enabled for policy changes, compliance policies, applications, device actions, security changes like compliance policies, for example, regarding or your endpoint security policies. Then you will get just a notification on your smartphone. So that's basically the goal, to be more proactive in that sense. Yeah. That's
Get
it.
notifications when they matter.
True.
Let me see if I can stop sharing. Yes, I can. Perfect.
Yes, you can.
All right. We are well over time, but still want to give you a chance if you have something else to discuss.
Nothing from
If
me.
there are any questions, not real new ones. No.
All right. I don't see any more new questions. I think we are good. All right. Then thanks everyone for joining. We are not 100% sure yet, but we might have a post-Ignite call where we discuss all the news from Ignite. Hopefully a lot of cool new stuff where it's not only Copilot stuff. We'll see. We'll see. And then maybe in December, we have a also special edition for that roundtable with also more people making a review of the 2025 releases for Intune.
Yep.
So very happy and very much looking forward to it. Yeah, I mean, thank you for joining today. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Oktay and Somesh, for joining as well.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you, guys.
Thank you all.
Have a great evening, everyone.
Have a great evening and see you at the next roundtable.
Yep.
Yeah.
See you. Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye.